A bad workman blames his tools, and that's no way to get his goals. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2137 of What You Up To Now. Today we talked about 25 plus, actually probably closer to 30 or more, different tools that we can use to get our goals and to have personal development, which is a lot of getting our goals means us becoming a better version of ourselves that is ready to have the things that we want in our life. And so we talked about a lot of those. We're going to talk about tools that we use and that we can use to make our life better, to get what we want, to get our goals, to achieve the things and create the life that we want throughout December, a couple of days sprinkled in throughout December as we're doing other things to finalize 2023 goals and actually set ourselves up for 2024. We're going to go through a process for each area and aspect of our life to plan out our 2024 goals so that we don't just end 2023 and either we got our goals or we didn't, and we don't know what to do next. We always need to know what we're doing next. And I am a big believer in right before I'm going to achieve a certain goal, I've got the next one set so that I'm always moving forward and continually improving. So today we talked about different tools, and then I ran across an idiom that I guess I've probably heard it before, but I'm not super familiar with it, but I've definitely experienced it in life. And it is a bad carpenter, a bad workman, a bad employee, etc., always blames his tools, meaning it's something outside of his or her fault that they didn't achieve their goal, that they didn't get what they wanted, that they didn't successfully perform a task, that they didn't meet a deadline, that they're always late, that they're, the world is out to get them. It's blaming things outside ourselves instead of controlling the things that we can control, which is our response to everything and our taking personal responsibility for everything, right? Personal responsibility for the things we can control. Nobody expects us to control the weather. Nobody expects us to control other people, but we do have to take responsibility for our reactions and our emotions and our behavior and our actions or inactions when it comes to anything in life. Nobody is going to do it for us. Nobody is going to get our goals for us. It's up to us. Nobody is going to learn and grow and become a better version of us than us, right? And we can blame that we don't have time. We can blame the economy. We can blame politics. We can blame all kinds of things. But the truth is there's a small percentage of the population that sees right through that and knows that everything is up to us individually. And then individually we seek out what we need in terms of education, resources, etc., to actually create the life and the things that we want. The truth is the vast majority of people in the population and in the world globally will never create the life that they want because they don't know that they can. They don't and haven't been able to give themselves permission to be whatever it is that they want to be. The information's out there. It's always been out there. But how we access it and get at it now is so much easier than it used to be with the internet, etc. But people will always make excuses, and we've all been around those people, right? Have you watched the news? Have you listened to a politician talk? Have you listened to a corporate CEO explain why they missed their projections for the quarter or the year? Have you ever read an annual report? Everything is filled with blame and excuses and reasons why something didn't go as planned. Now, we've talked about that we make plans knowing that they're never going to be accurate. They're never going to be 100% right. That's for sure. And we're going to have to tweak and adjust in order to create and get the results that we want. So I actually had forgotten about this idiom, but it was like a light bulb went off. I can relate to this so much, and it allows me to continue to move forward and take responsibility for myself and my actions and the things that work for me and the things that don't. Because guess what? A lot of things I try absolutely flop and don't work at all, but that doesn't mean I quit moving forward. It means, all right, there's something I learned that absolutely positively does not work for me. And that applies to all these different tools and strategies and techniques and frameworks and lessons and books and courses and things that we take. If I've come to learn that over the decades, if I can take one thing out of a book that I read and I look for that one nugget that I need now to move forward and that I can apply in my life, I go to a course or I take an online course or I go to an event if I get one thing out of that, one aha, one lesson learned, then to me it was worth the investment to go, because sometimes just learning one thing can make a mass, and applying it in our life, because it doesn't do any good to learn it if we don't apply it and figure out how it works for us and test it and tweak it and make it our own. If I can get one thing out of that, then it's definitely worth it. Why? Because if we just do one little thing every day, our life is 365 times or ways better than it was at the beginning of the year. It's why I'm a huge proponent of annual challenges. It's why I've personally done them for decades, and why for the last 5 or 6 years I've led groups of people through annual challenges in different topics, mostly personal development and how do we become a better version of ourselves. Get Your Goals annual challenge, happiness, love. What else have we done? Stretching our comfort zone. Because if we stretch our comfort zone just one little teeny tiny bit every day, by the end of the year, we barely recognized ourselves, because what we were willing to say yes to and do to help move our life in the direction we want to go was massively different than at the beginning of that year. The same is true with anything that we focus on for a year. Doing a little thing every day makes a huge difference. If you do one little thing every day to improve your health, guess how much healthier you're going to be at the end of the year than at the beginning of the year. And that works for all of the different areas and aspects of our life. So Sunday here in my neck of the woods, planning for this week, going to be a busy week. December is always a super busy month, but it's a fun month too, right? As you can tell by my background, all my little Godiva bears. Obviously, I like Godiva chocolate and Godiva bears. If I can help you in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. I'm hanging out with my granddaughters today. That's the ponytail already. But I'm here if you need me. You can always Voxer me, remember, at pajamagrandma@gmail.com. Push that little walkie-talkie button, ask a question, and that's the quickest, easiest way to communicate with me. And it allows me to respond to a lot more people than I could if I had to text or go to emails and things. I mean, I don't know if many people know, but I think there's probably 70,000 emails in my inbox because of my vision challenges. I just don't get to it. So if somebody doesn't tell me they're sending an email and I specifically go looking for it, it's probably going to get overlooked. Like all that spam and all that information and all that inundating of sales messages, especially this time of year. All right, have a great day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.